Harry's rift with the royal family shows no sign of easing. Reports claim Prince William didn't want to attend a memorial for Princess Diana with his brother earlier this year. The brothers put on a united front in July as they unveiled the statue of their mother in the garden of Kensington Palace. But a friend of the Duke of Cambridge told This Week, William was still furious. He had taken the view that he'd only give so much. He just didn't want to go there, with Harry. An aide added that Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, was amazing when Harry returned to the UK, working hard behind the scenes to ensure that the event went off smoothly. The strained relationship between Harry and his family could be worsened by his memoir, which will be released later this year. Richard Kay, Daily Mail's editor-at-large, claimed in July that Prince Charles is concerned about the book being published so close to him taking the throne. Mr. Kay said, "I think the difficulty for Prince Charles, every time now Harry opens his mouth, he's seen to chip away at his father's credibility. This must be undermining their relationship. They have on the horizon the prospect of Harry's autobiography or memoir. We don't know what's going to be in it. But we do know he has spent some time digging into his mother's relationship with his father. They must be dreading the publication of that book and what it will mean." He continued, "We're edging closer to the Prince of Wales becoming monarch, and every time these embarrassing situations erupt with his son, it reminds people about why they have had problems with the prospect of Charles as king." Royal correspondent Peter Hunt added that the Duke of Sussex is upset with how his exit from the institution was handled. He said the siblings are unlikely to build any bridges because of the wholly truthful account Harry has promised to fill the pages with. Mr. Hunt said, "I think there is no way it will, because he promised for it, his memoir, to be a truthful account." Harry announced his memoir in July, and added, "I've worn many hats over the years, both literally and figuratively, and my hope is that in telling my story, the highs and lows, the mistakes, the lessons learned, I can help show that no matter where we come from, we have more in common than we think. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to share what I've learned over the course of my life so far, and excited for people to read a first-hand account of my life that's accurate and wholly truthful." Other reports suggest Harry and Charles could be on the brink of mending their relationship. Prince Charles deliberately made the first move to break the ice with his son Prince Harry after publicly praising him in a U.S. magazine. Charles commended Harry's charitable work on climate change in an essay for Newsweek. Christina Garibaldi, a U.S. weekly correspondent, told the podcast Royalius that the gesture was baby steps into making amends with the Duke of Sussex. Co-host Christine Ross said, "We know it's been tense, we know they are not really speaking. So it was really lovely to see Charles make such a supportive statement. He will always be proud of his son and the achievements he has made in his charitable work." Ms. Garibaldi pointed out that Charles' essay was his first in a U.S. publication in over a decade, something she called a deliberate move. She continued, "Hopefully this is baby steps into making amends, because we have been talking about this for years at this point. We have had experts tell us they are talking, they are not talking, we will never really know. But it's a nice thing to do, to publicly shout out his son and the hard work he has done." Ms. Ross added, "Charles definitely made that statement on purpose." In addition, Richard Fitzwilliams commented on the move, telling the newspaper, "I do think this tribute is very significant because this is one thing that Charles, William and Harry share in common, and that is the need to fight climate change." Harry's relations with his father have of course been extremely strained. The fact that Charles has done this in Newsweek, which has a large circulation in America, I think it's clearly a form of an olive branch in the hope that there will be a form of reconciliation. Mr. Fitzwilliams added that Charles' latest comments could prompt his son to hold back the date of publication. He continued, "I think if you offer an olive branch, it's only reasonable to expect something in return. I would have thought that some form of postponement of the autobiography would be considered. Otherwise, everything that is said to Meghan and Harry when they come over for the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, which I'm sure they will, could conceivably find its way into the book."